I'm sure most of you are already aware of this, but just wanted to share something which I've been wanting to share for a long time, and today happens to be the time. One is the mobile phone usage just before we go to bed. We all would have heard, don't use your phones for at least an hour or two before you go to bed, but sometimes we don't pay attention to that. But over a longer period of time, that can have certain effects on us. Insomnia is on the rise. People are not able to fall asleep, and that is one of the reasons. I'm not saying this is the only reason. One of the reasons could be the mobile phone usage, because the blue light from your mobile phones can actually suppress your melatonin hormone. Melatonin is a hormone which is produced or secreted by the pineal gland inside our brains, and melatonin is responsible for our sleep-wake cycle. So if this hormone level goes down, then we might struggle to fall asleep. Is this for everybody? This may not be for everybody, but the research has shown that for people who are on the mobiles for at least 2 hours or more, especially screen time of 2 hours before they go to bed, can be affected by this. So that is one thing. And the second thing is, sometimes when we are scrolling our phone, we look at others' statuses, we look at other people's lives, and a lot of things going on in everybody's lives, and we usually go to bed with those thoughts, which may not be resourceful for us, which may not be helpful for us. If you're watching something productive, if you're watching something resourceful, then you sleep on it, you become it. And this is called a subconscious reprogramming. And we all know that our brain waves, they get into something called as an alpha state just before you go to bed. So in that alpha state, whatever idea or whatever thought you consume, you become it. And again, if you ask me, how do you know? I have done this, and I have experienced it myself. And there is a lot of literature out on this as well. There are a lot of people who are living examples talking about this. The most important thing is you need to experiment to understand if this works for you or not. But yes, subconscious reprogramming plays a significant role. So before we go to bed, I think it makes sense if we can turn it down for at least an hour before we go to bed, so that we can consciously choose thoughts which are helpful for us, which are helpful for our progress, rather than wasting time on unnecessary information which may not help us in our growth and evolution. And I think we should probably teach this to our kids, because most of the times they are on the phones all the time, seeing the adults on the phones, and that has become a norm these days. Maybe it's important to teach kids these things. It may be difficult if you're very used to phone. It may be difficult to start off directly for 2 hours. However, if we can cut down every single day 15 minutes on day one, and slowly make it 2 hours eventually, that will probably help us in the long term, and helps you to sleep better as well, and become more efficient and more productive, more energetic the next day. Thank you so much.